Now from Cape Coast is the one messaging us. Now she says, hello, Jess. I'm in my early 20s and I dated a guy for 5 years. He is in his late 30s. Now, I was a virgin before I met him and had a feeling he was the one to break it, so I allowed him to. He always acts as if we are married and as such, I have to give him sex anytime he asks for it. He always prefers it unprotected as well. Anytime I get pregnant, he asks me to abort it because he is unemployed. He also says his family will be disappointed in him since he hasn't married me yet, and also that my family will deal with him if they find out. Even though I know he really loves me, I'm losing interest in the relationship and I feel hurt that at his age, he can't man up and allow me to have a child. I'm sick and tired already. Please help me out because I'm going crazy. And this is a message from Na in Cape Coast. Olivia, this is for you. Yes, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. What do you mean by he can't man up to be a father? The guy can't even man up to spend, I don't know, 3 CDs or even 10 CDs on a condom. And he's having sex with you. Hello? You think he can take care of a baby? No. Sweetheart, listen, my dear honey baby, you know what? This is not the kind of relationship you should be in. I always say that sometimes love is very overrated. You see, sex doesn't guarantee anything. Sex is not love. The fact that he's having sex with you and he doesn't even have the decency to use protection and he's asking you to have abortions and you're okay with it. And like, I don't know, like after the first abortion, like sweetheart, like it should have been a wake-up call. Like, my dear, this guy is okay. Let me just try and compose myself here. Okay, like I was saying, sex is not love. You can't mistake the two. Sex in a relationship doesn't guarantee that. It doesn't guarantee anything. This guy, honey baby, does not love you. Thirdly, right? You need to keep your knickers on. Keep your knickers on. Sex has a way of clouding your judgment. It has a way of preventing you from seeing right from wrong. Do you know what? I don't think you should be in a relationship with this guy. I think that you should ditch him. I think that he has no future with you. You're 20. At the most, you're probably 25. You have your whole life ahead of you. And are you, like, he doesn't even want to be responsible enough for his actions. Every time you go to the hospital to have this abortion, does he even know what you go through mentally, psychologically? Yet he's ready and willing to sleep with you and not even spend 2 CDs. I don't even know how much condom is. Even 10 CDs on a condom. And be responsible. My dear. Okay, let me calm down. Get out of the relationship. Now you've woken up. You're able to smell the roses. You know exactly what you don't want, my dear. I don't think this guy loves you. If he loved you, right, he wouldn't even be impregnating you and asking you to abort the baby. And he has no intention whatsoever of even putting some kind of value on you, on marrying you. He's not going to marry you. He's going to keep having sex with you because you're allowing him to. Do you know what? Can you put some VAT on your downstairs, on your entire body? Like some value added tax on yourself, a premium on yourself. You know, maybe you don't know. Maybe I'm sitting here and I'm blabbing and I'm expecting you to know. So this is what I'll do. Moving on. Break up with him. Moving on. You know what? Invest in yourself. Self-love is a beautiful, amazing thing. Love yourself. Take time away from this chaotic relationship. When you're moving on, find somebody who loves you for you. Listen, when somebody loves you, they're in a hurry. They don't want to waste time. They don't spend 10 years going out with you and wasting your time. They decide that you are what they want. Then they marry you. Then they get you pregnant. Then they actually do what is right and have naming ceremonies. How many abortions are you going to have? What's going to be left with your husband when he finally comes around? Okay, like, sweethearts, please, it's not right. It should not be happening. So get out of it as soon as possible. And sweetheart, this is not love. And the fact that you actually said that immediately you saw him, you knew he was the kind of guy who would definitely break your virginity. Like what? Like what did he say to you? Like, no. I know people who've given away their virginity and they didn't even marry the person when the person even decided to bring engagement stuff to parents. They didn't marry them. It doesn't guarantee jack. He's using you. By the time you realize you're 30 years old, you have no womb, you have no love. Do you know what trim is? You will become yucky, like your entire life will be a mess. Don't do that. He's not worth it. Okay, please. He's definitely not worth it. I beg you. Move on with your life. Try and, and sex is funny, him. Sex has a way of tying you down to people. Like I said last time, it has a way of getting you intertwined, your soul intertwined. You need a way to just disconnect from this guy, block him. I don't know whether you're financially. The guy, I'm actually thinking about it. Financially, cry, like what support does he even give you? I don't think you should be in a relationship. I'll keep it short. I don't think you should be in that kind of relationship. It's toxic. It's not going to take you anywhere, and it's nonsense.
Right.
Please, I beg you, Jano Manenko. This one party. Don't waste time. I'm done.
Oh, alrighty. I knew you were going to be worked up like that. That's why I came to you first. Rosina, talk to me. What are you thinking?
Mute my mic. So, my simple take on this. I don't have to take the message from the beginning or from the end or from the middle, because you see, she's in her early 20s, and which means for me, what screams out at me is vulnerability. Normally, when you're at that stage, especially when you have a boyfriend who is way out of school, you know how when we were in JSS, we used to see those national service people as way older than us, only for us to find out that we all ended up in the same university. So I'm sure at 18, she saw a middle-aged man, middle 30s man as, oh, this is a very grown man and everything. And when she says that she knew that this is the man who would break her virginity, what it meant is that she knew that this is the person I wanted to spend my life with. As in, that is how hard she felt for him. But you see, my girl, a man, if the man was also maybe early 20s, I would have said that, oh, maybe they were both exploring and everything. But a man who is in the mid-30s knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly what he wants. And he's managed to take your virginity away. And I like the way you put it, that you gave it to him or you allowed him to take it. So which means that it was a decision you came to. So that was the first mistake you did. Because like Olivia said, normally when you have sex with somebody, what happens is that it clouds your judgment. You can't see the other wrong things because you're giving out your body, you're giving up your soul, you're giving up everything to the person. So you realize that when you are leaving, you feel like a part of you is still there. However, when you're not sexually involved with the person, you realize that you can just pick your bag and go like, you know what, I can't stand this thing and I'm gone. And even though, and then you, the lady, you can even proudly say, oh, he was my ex, but nothing ever happened. You can even flex with it, you know what I mean? Because you know that you can just get up and walk. But when you know that you're giving yourself to the person, it's difficult. So I can understand the dilemma she's in. But you see, you guys are acting like married couples. Are you professional actors and actresses? Like, see, why are you acting like married couples? Be married couples or don't be it. And you see, once a relationship goes beyond a certain number of years, you should know where you are heading. Now, for a man who is in his late 30s, approaching 40, he says he doesn't know his left from his right. Charlie, where are you going? Where are you going? The guy in his late 40s, he can't make money for himself. He's still doing no quick base share. I can't quick base share. Charlie. Where are you? I mean, really? I mean, where are you going? You understand? Now, let's say because of the love he has for you, the love you also share with him for 5 years, 5 solid years, he can't even be bold enough to mortgage his face for you. No, like he can't even take his face and go and show your family, okay, I'm the man behind your daughter. Maybe things are not working out well now. Maybe hopefully soon things will work out. Like he just can't be anything for you. and you claim that you know he loves you. I don't know what love you claim that he loves. I don't know what the definition of love is. But you see, love truly is a feeling, but that feeling has to be manifest practically. So you can't use your mouth to say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But you need to practically show that love. And practically showing that love is more than being intimate in bed. It involves a lot of sacrifice. It involves a lot of commitment. It involves a lot of respect. It involves a lot of being in the person's shoes. If you were his younger sister and some man had kept you in his house for 5 years or has kept you between his legs for 5 years, can't work, doesn't know how to earn money, and says that, oh, I'm even too poor to come home and come introduce myself, that I'm the one managing the item. So you two, this guy who is too poor to come and introduce himself, why are you also allowing him to manage to service the item? Like what is the deal here? So some of these things, Charlie, let's be frank. These are the kind of relationships that in the name of those butterflies, you force yourself to still be with the person. The next thing you know, you're also 35, damaged emotionally, very, very damaged. And then if somebody is even lucky, or if you're lucky to have somebody who values you for you, you realize that the kind of damage that has been caused over the years is so difficult to come back from. See, I know people who have been in long-term relationships. The men never loved them. They never wanted to be with them. But for that period, that was their option. So they will fight, they'll come back, they'll do things, they'll come back. And then the girl thinks that, oh, after everything, we come back, and all those things. Then eventually the men will leave them, and then you go into perpetual depression. You can't even survive without them. You don't even know how to live without them, because if as a teenager, it means that your life, the things you like are probably what the man likes. What you think is good is what the man thinks is good, because those are my dear, the guy doesn't love you. See, the guy doesn't love you. See, not for the first time. I agree with Olivia. I mostly agree with her. Sometimes, most times. Those knickers, pull it up, put a belt on it, get a padlock. Not the one with the key, because the one with the key, sometimes you can just break it open. Me, I know how to, I can do it. So get a padlock that has some coding, some security coding, put that padlock on and pack your things and leave his place as fast as you can, and make sure that you never pick any call from him again. He's not worth it. It's going to be difficult, but you see, sometimes you need to go through this difficult phase to avoid more heartache and pain in the future. Trust me, this man isn't taking you anywhere. 40 years, even his face is not good enough to mention. Because, see, not everybody marries because of money and status and everything. If he truly loves you, he should be able to at least go home with you, and people should know, okay, this is the man that I've been with for the past 5 years. I'm not about 2 months, not about 1 month, 5 years. Oh, my dear, nah.
Well said.
It's not.
Yep, well said.
I'm sorry I got emotional. Usually.
No, it's understandable. Let me come in studio. Ceci, talk to me, Charlie.
This girl needs, work on her sense of self-worth has to be done. Because if you are saying that you are acting like you are married, so because of that, you are obliged to give him sex. You pop. So like at 18, or from whatever age you met him, it's obvious that you hadn't really discovered yourself, like to know what you want out of life. So like he caught you young, and it's like right now he's molding you into this person he wants you to be. You are just convenience. He can get sex from you, so he comes to you whenever he wants to get the sex from you. That is all you are good for. For him to tell you that his family will be disappointed when they get to know that he has impregnated you, your family will not be disappointed in you. You're also from a family, so definitely your family will also be disappointed when they find this out. 5 years worth of abortion. What will be left when your actual husband... Yep. Because like Rosina rightly said, a man that age knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly what he wants. See, your money does not show whether you're... does not define your responsibility. If you are irresponsible, you are irresponsible, no matter how much money you have. So for him to have that mind that when you get pregnant, you have to abort it every time. For someone that you love, you'd want to put the person through that kind of danger.
Every single time.
Every single time. It's been 5 years. So you can imagine the number of times she has gotten pregnant. So you are saying that this man loves you, but he wants you to go under the knife or whatever pill you are inserting up there or down there. Okay, down up. Yes. Okay. And you are hemorrhaging and damaging your womb in the process. Then he will leave you and go and marry somebody else. Then you are damaged. So she needs to redefine what love is, rediscover herself, because this is not who she is. It's bad enough that it has gotten to this point, but she needs to make a clean break. This is not the kind, you are too young to start life like this and allow men to use you like that. So please, make a clean break, pack your things and leave. If you are living with him, I mean, you're acting like you are married, so obviously you are staying in his house and all that. So that brings into question what kind of home she's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm sure probably, I stand corrected, but probably that home that maybe they got the free will to do whatever they wanted to do, maybe a broken home, maybe a single parent, but there's something that is not going well from the home. And that has allowed this to happen. So she needs to run away from this man as fast as possible because the man does not love you, obviously, because he's willing to put you in danger every single time for 5 years, saying that his family will be disappointed.
Right.
Like, Charlie.
So, dear lady, Na from Cape Coast, I mean, you've heard what my sisters have said, and they've been really, 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 really emotional about this because for us, it's from where we sit, it's very clear that you have no clue what's going on. Like, you don't actually have a proper appreciation of the situation you're in. This guy, this is not love. I could tell you that for a fact. It's not love. He's just using you because he has you and he has access to you 24/7. What's sad is the fact that you feel like you have no choice but to let him have his way with you and unprotected. Let's say you were naive and stupid, right? Early on in your relationship. But after you got pregnant the first time and he refused to keep it and made you have an abortion, that's when you should have, put some sense in your head and said, what's going on here? Something does not add up. You're writing to us telling us you're losing interest. I'm happy to hear that. Lose it quicker, right? Because where you're at is shaky ground, seriously shaky. This guy has no proper plans for you. Not only is he, is he lazy? I mean, he doesn't love you. It's so clear to all of us. Reason why we're all, riled up. Okay, so young lady, take your life back into your hands. Leave the man. I don't know what you're doing, whether you're still in school or, but learn a trade, do something, go back to school if you have the means and improve yourself. You will get a man who will love you for you and who will take responsibility if he gets you pregnant. Not cower and hide behind all sorts of excuses. He knows he's unemployed and he gets you pregnant every time. That's no man you should spend the rest of your life with. So a word to the wise, someone will say is in the north. Thank you so much for watching Sister Sister on your favorite City TV. Now don't forget, if you want some more exciting content, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. We call it the City Tube. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications for fresh updates.
Sister Sister, every Friday at 9 p.m. only on City TV.